All right, I think I'm streaming. So this week I'm going to talk through some of our frameworks that we use at Occupancy Accelerator, and not just for the new program, but for every program we do. And this is where we start. We start with the 3Ps. So the 3Ps are what really help you understand your ideal guest and how you're going to attract and convert them. I don't want to hear the answer, everyone is our guest. You really want to be able to picture that person. So when we work through the 3Ps, we start with the easy stuff. So your product offering, and you know that pretty well. That's your property, the location, the people, the amenities, all those things that you have. And all those things that you have, well, they obviously appeal to a certain type of person. Now, not many people in the hospitality industry actually really spend some time on this. But when I was in advertising, this was such a big piece of work. I worked for Ford of Europe in London, and I remember picking up a brief for the Mondeo, and it was my job to sell the Mondeo across Europe, right? But I was advertising to Sven, who lived in Sweden, and he was 42, he had 2 kids, he worked in IT, made around 80,000 euros a year. He liked the outdoors, but he still wanted quite a traditional car, and he didn't want a European car because the numbers didn't stack up for his IT brain. The Ford had all the technology at a better price. So it was super, super clear who we were talking to, which made it super clear to pull apart the value propositions of a Mondeo. Now, the same goes when I built out campaigns for Air New Zealand. We always had a really clear brief. Who are we talking to? What do they want? What do they value? So what you need to do is you need to work out your customer persona, and not just who might be coming at the moment, but who in the future. Who is your ideal customer? And then you want to come up with a couple of other ones. So there's usually someone that takes up a chunk of who you'd like to attract, and then there might be some subgroups. So for instance, it might be a couple 45 plus, high earners, value experience, value what you offer. They come from these regions, they're into these sorts of things. And then you might also have, well, then there's the friend groups, then there's the multi-generational family. Whatever those are, you want to identify them. And because once you know who your ideal customer is, then it's much easier to think about, well, between our product offering and who this customer is, what are our value propositions? And if you understand, your top 3, how are you going to present those? Is that coming across in your marketing? Is that coming across on your website? Is that coming across on all your touch points so that they understand these are the 3 things that you offer that are really going to appeal to them and makes it easy for them to choose you over someone or somewhere else. So this is usually something we spend quite a bit of time on to really get this right, because it flows through everything. Quite often people will jump straight to marketing or their website, but they haven't done the work here, or they're making a lot of assumptions. And you might have data, you might just need to pay attention to really who's coming in and asking more questions around who these people are and why they've chosen you. So that's your challenge. Who's your ideal customer? What are you going to offer them? What are your value propositions? So that you can turn that into really clear marketing. All right. Hope you guys have a good day and speak soon. If anyone wants to know more about this and how this is incorporated to what we do, this is if you watch the case study videos, you'll see people literally talk about the 3 Ps and what a transformation that was for how they thought about their business. Check those out on our website. If you're interested in chatting to me, message me here, drop me an email. I'd love to hear about your business and how the 3 Ps could help you. All right. Thank you.